This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? Oh, what a great time of the year. A busy time of the year. We've got a lot to do, and even though we probably should be out in the vegetable garden, I wanted to talk trees to start things off because I noticed this beautiful pink dogwood is throwing some blooms, but not as many as I would like. It's been here as long as I have, 18 years, and as I said, not blooming like it should. So what I'm going to do is throw some fertilizer on this right now, taking a look through the landscape at the trees and to be patient and see how they're coming along through the years. We've got dogwoods through the woods here that are really doing well. This one, not so well. Those wild ones, they can take anything. This guy needs a little help, and that's what we're going to do first. I'm using one of my favorite fertilizers. This is called Hollytone, perfect for a plant like this, acid-loving. And I've read the application rates on the bag, and all we're going to do is sprinkle a little bit of this on here around the drip line of the branches, because that's where the roots are. And what we're doing here is when that thing's done blooming, it's going to put buds on right away for next year, and hopefully this fertilizer will get more buds, which means more flowers. I have another type of dogwood to look at next. Well, I'm trying to work on this woodland area. I've got a rhododendron back there. This is a paper bark maple. Heptacodium we put in last year, and in my wisdom, I know a lot about plants, you know, this tree got rubbed by deer, almost put flat, and I said it probably wouldn't make it. Not only is it making it, it's putting on flowers for the first time. This is the patience that I'm talking about. This tree's been in place probably 4 seasons now, and we're just seeing it bloom now. I'm going to give this one a little fertilizer, then we're going down to the bottom of the driveway. We're going to move a different dogwood, and I've got the perfect spot for it. Well, look at this poor guy. This is a Coosa dogwood called Wolf's Eyes. It has beautiful variegated foliage. And I thought putting it down here would be the perfect spot for it, but it looks even worse than I thought. I drive by it every day and I could just see the little variegation leaves here. And I do have a spot for it up there in the area we were working at. And normally we move trees in the fall, but I'm afraid if I don't get this out of here, this is going to be it for it. We'll see if we can bring it back, and all I'm going to do is dig it out. I've already dug a planting hole up there, estimating the size, what I think the root ball is going to be, but we might have to fool with that when we get up there. So let's take this out and hopefully save it. We want to get as much of the root ball as possible to try and save this poor little tree. Poor little tree. Well, we got a pretty nice root ball on this. I'm really not too hopeful for this tree, but we're going to give it a shot. The soil is better up here. It loves woodland soil, and we'll put it in place. Most important thing is we do not plant this any deeper than it already was, so we'll make some adjustments here, I think. Oh, back in the day, we used to backfill these with compost, but we're just using the same soil that came out of here. I'm trying to get the best I can. Again, never ever plant a tree too deep. You'll kill it. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. This guy's going to be okay. We're done with trees, but we have a lot more to do and a lot more to see because this is such a wonderful time of the year. I'm going to put some water on this next. Well, first things first, it is still too early to plant tomatoes, peppers, anything like that that can succumb to frost. So we have all our cool weather crops in here, and everything in the garden needs to be mulched to preserve the spring moisture. And in the vegetable garden, for me, that means straw. If you don't like the way straw looks, choose something that looks right for you. Well, as a month ago we put this in, and the protection of the floating row cover sure has done its job. Look at that. Oh boy, 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 boy. I'm cooking out tonight, and the One of the sons is coming over. I think we might have a little salad too. All right, back to work. When something makes seeds, it can't put the energy it needs to into the bulb below, and that's what's going on with these tulips. Always for your tulips, cut off these tops, because then all the energy will go to the bulb below and we'll get tulips, hopefully, again next year. All right, a couple more real quick jobs. Root crops like radishes and carrots and beets all need to be thinned so that they will head up the right way, and that's what we're doing right here. And I'm seeing something has been in here chewing, so I hope the rabbits have not got in. That's going to go into the salad too, the whole thing. They are tasty. One more thing to show you. Well, as I said, this is a busy time of the year, and I can't believe that last season I did not get to see the lily of the valley bloom or get to smell those wonderful flowers, that old-fashioned fragrance. Everybody should grow lily of the valley. Put it in a place where it can run, and you'll always have it. So do as I say, not as I do. Take time out to sit down and enjoy the garden, and take time to smell the lily of the valley. Let's finish up. For more information about everything we talked about today, and to read my blog, see some other videos, and a story about all the latest introductions out there for you, check me out online. Until next week, I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm just going to hang out and enjoy the azaleas. We'll see you next week. Fighting off a sneeze.
Oh, thought you were in deep thought.
All right, here we go.